Hi everyone, I'm Bonita from Pennies to Dollars and welcome to my channel today where we talk about frugal living, saving money, cutting expenses, and living our best life on less. I called this video Extreme Savings, but it actually could be called Cheap and Smart Living because in my opinion, when you live frugally, it's not only smart, but sometimes it is cheap. And by cheap, I don't mean poor quality. I just mean really, really cost effective. One of the best ways that we can save money right now is by making sure that our pantries are full of good quality food that has been cost effective when we bought it to fight inflation. So let's get started with this video today. I'm going to share with you things that I have eaten this week and prepared this week to save in big ways with food. If you're new to my channel, my name is Bonita, and I am from Kansas, from a rural area. However, right now I am in my RV in Texas for the winter, and I'm continuing my frugal lifestyle from here. This has been my dream for a long time to be able to live in a warmer climate in the winter time. And so we brought our RV down here the first week of November, and then we went home, and then I came back in January to finish out the winter here, where I can still save money from my RV and still be able to afford my residence in Kansas. Now, the way I do that is I keep my costs low. I keep my living expenses low, both at home and here in the RV. I'm not changing how I'm living in any way. I'm still going to seek out free things to do. I'm still going to shop minimally and intentionally, and I am still going to be enjoying day-to-day things that I would normally do at home, but I'm just going to be doing it in a warmer climate. So I hope you enjoy this trip with me. I'm glad that you all came along and that you're interested to see how you can live out your dreams and do some of these things on a low income. So as we go forward, I'm going to share some of the things I ate with you this week. And yes, some of them may not be things that you would say, hey, that's a great idea, but some might be. So the first thing I ate this week was ramen noodles with chicken. And the reason that is so cheap is because I brought a lot of my pantry with me, and I have the camper fully stocked with food. I'm not having to buy much locally yet, but I am having to buy a few fresh things. So I have been able to save money since I've been here by living out of the pantry that I had at home. I brought a ton of that stuff with me, and I had left stuff in the refrigerator here in November. And when I got into the freezer here, I found a sandwich bag that still had a bunch of chunks of cooked chicken in it. We had gone out to eat here at a barbecue place that we found that's very, very good. The portions are huge and it's very inexpensive. And they give you so much that you not only can't eat what's on your plate, you bring it home and it's almost too much for a second portion. So I had froze up a bunch of that chicken left from when I was here in November, and I just added half of that to my ramen noodles, and it was so delicious. It was like they had just prepared it, and that actually made me two meals. I divided the chicken in half, I divided the ramen in half, and I made myself two meals with a little bit of instant potatoes in the first one. So then my refrigerator decided to go wonky on me and froze up some stuff. So this is what I ate next. For some reason, my refrigerator decided to freeze my fresh cauliflower today. So I just sauteed it up in my electric skillet and I added seasoned salt and Parmesan cheese, and it was a delicious lunch. So no waste there. There is a produce truck that comes by on Fridays, and since it was rainy and drippy, we didn't make it to the farmer's market today, but this was my $5 purchase at the produce truck. 2 giant onions, a giant pepper, and 3 giant carrots. Have you ever seen carrots this big? So I will be making some soups and stews this next week, and I'm looking forward to having this fresh produce. How exciting! I also was offered $2 off of my next purchase at Dollar General from my birthday being in January, and there is a Dollar General that is super close. Now, I didn't bring extra cat food with me or extra cat litter. I had left it at home for the cats that are there. So I went down there on Saturday. I have that $5 off of 25 on Saturday, but I didn't end up spending 25. So if I don't need $25 worth of stuff and I can't find a good deal, I will just forego that coupon. Not every coupon is for me, and not every coupon is going to be something I can use. They try to entice us with those coupons to spend more than we planned, but if you didn't plan to spend more than that and you can't find anything at a good price that meets your needs and you really need it, just skip that coupon and just don't spend that 25. That's what I did today. I was able to buy a bag of cat food. I got 50 cents back on the Dollar General app. So the next time I go into Dollar General, whenever that is, I will scan that and will take 50 cents off my next purchase. They also gave me that $2 off for my birthday. And then I also had an Ibata rebate besides. So I bought my cat food, my cat litter, and I came back. This week alone, I have only spent less than $20 since I've been here. I haven't spent any extra money. I haven't needed anything else. And I also want to point out that if you have that Dollar General app, it can actually link to your Ibata. So then when you put in your membership code, which is usually your phone number, into the Dollar General kiosk, it will link it and automatically give you those Ibata discounts if you've activated them ahead of time. So I'm going to show you what I made that's going to make a bunch of meals for me this next week and is super frugal. And I used a half of a carrot from what I just showed you that I purchased at the produce truck. So here's the recipe for this week. I'm making a super frugal soup in my camper today. I only have a 2.5 quart crock pot, so you're going to want to double this recipe if you're making it at home for a family. I have 1 1/8 cup of split dried peas. I have some of my homegrown onion, my homegrown celery, 1 potato, and 2 carrots. And to this, you're going to want to add 1 quart of water, 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper, and 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt. I also brought with me frozen this ham bone that I had from Christmas that I'm going to use to flavor the split pea soup. A lot of people are using lentils nowadays, but don't forget the split peas. They are just as frugal, just as cheap, and they make a delicious soup that we often don't think about. So let's get back to the recipe. So this filled up the crock pot almost exactly perfectly, and we're going to cook this on high for about 3 hours. It's now been 3 hours. Everything is done. I'm going to shut this off and let it cool because it will thicken then. And if you know me, I like a little bit more salt, so I will probably salt it a bit more. But there you go, split pea soup. So the soup did thicken up, and it was absolutely delicious and hit the spot in this cooler weather that we've been having. So I hope you've enjoyed some of the recipes and some of the foods that I've eaten this week. I just wanted to show that it is so easy to make your food stretch. It is so easy to be able to be frugal with your money when it comes to the foods that you prepare. still eat healthy foods, still eat tasty foods, and save money in that area. Food is one of the most easy ways for us to save money. I know there's a lot of talk right now about how much food costs, but your pantry is like a bank account for you. And so when you are able to stock stuff up at a really good price and then use from it when the inflation is high, then you're putting money back in your pocket and you can wait for some better deals. You have that flexibility. So thanks for watching today, and I hope to see you in the next video.